We increased our VSL application rate by 86.8% by changing one single question. So in this video, I'm going to explain what we did, why we did it, and how you can apply those lessons to your own marketing. And just for context, we help experts, consultants, service-based businesses package up their offers in a better scalable way, help them sell it in a one-to-many format, oftentimes through events, and then we help them on the conversion side so they can increase and scale their business. And one of the funnels we use isn't actually an event, it's a VSL funnel. And you might be thinking, well, Seth, why aren't you just running an event? Why are you using this other type of funnel? Well, the answer is this. With an event, whether it's a virtual event, an in-person workshop, or a flagship event, those are the three event models that we use with our clients. Those create revenue surges. So you have everything condensed into a 1 or 2 day event. You have a ton of leads generated, a ton of sales, but the surge factor, it keeps you really, really busy, but then you don't have another surge until your next event. So one of the things we do is we run a VSL funnel in between all the different events to keep things more consistent. And just in case you're not familiar with what a VSL funnel is, let me explain it to you, because a VSL is an acronym for a video sales letter. And this is exactly how the funnel's laid out. We run an ad to a page with a VSL, and then the page is going to look something like this. We have the headline, a very strong headline. We have the video here, and this is the VSL, the video sales letter. And it's oftentimes between 5 and 15, 20 minutes long. And in this video, you're calling out the problem. You're explaining what happens to the prospect if they don't fix the problem. You're going to introduce your solution, your special way of fixing this. And then you're going to make an offer to the next step, which in our case is an application. And on the application, we're asking a number of questions, getting some background information, and after they complete the application, they're then sent to a page where they can book a call into our sales team's calendar. So it's basically a book a call funnel through a VSL. So what happens is the person watches the VSL, they complete the application, and then they're sent to a booking page. Right? That's the VSL funnel in a nutshell. And one of the benefits of running a VSL funnel is it's very consistent. You don't have to wait for those revenue surges. Now, those events, there's nothing better than running an event. Number one, you're selling one-to-many, so it's very, very efficient. Number two, with a VSL funnel, especially if you're running to cold traffic, one Zoom call, that's generally not enough time to build a level of sufficient trust to have the prospect paying you for a very high ticket service. So what an event does, the advantage of running the event is you can take an entire sales cycle and condense everything down to 1 or 2 days. And you're building a significant amount of trust, authority, and credibility, allowing you to make this very high ticket offer in a very short time frame. With VSL funnels, oftentimes with a lot of our clients, their sales cycle draws on for a week, 2 weeks, a month, sometimes multiple months, because they're not able to build sufficient trust. An event can change that. So on the one side, we have events with revenue surges, a ton of activity, and then the VSL funnel, that's more the steady Eddie, as slow as the turtle type of thing, just filling in the blanks, making sure you have consistent appointments in between your events. Now, a common question is, well, Seth, why should I have an application? Can't I send people straight to my calendar page and just reduce the friction so there's one less step? Well, yeah, you could certainly do that, but the reason we have the application is lead revving. Let me explain how this works. The lead is going to fill out the application. You're going to be asking a couple basic questions. And the reason you do this is we all know there's different levels of prospects. There's your ideal prospects who have all the traits that you're looking for. And then there's the tire kickers, the people who aren't qualified. For whatever reason, they're not who you're looking for. If you just send all of your traffic to the calendar page, you're not sorting things out. And basically what happens is you have a pixel, which is how the ad platforms track your leads and your conversions. What happens is if you're sending everybody to the calendar and you're optimizing for that call, you're sending everybody's info back to the pixel saying, hey, this person converted, find me more people like this. But if you do that for your bad prospects as well as your good prospects, your lead quality is going to go down. So we have to sort the prospects coming in to make sure we're only firing the pixel for your best prospects. So then the algorithm can go out and find more people just like that. So this is what we do. You have the application for your, let's call it your ones and twos. Your lower quality prospects, you're going to send them to confirmation page A. Maybe you still book them on the calendar. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just say, hey, we'll contact you at a later date. Whatever you choose to do, you send them to this page. On this page, you do not fire the pixel. But on this page here, if they meet all the criteria, maybe you have 3 criteria that you're looking for and they meet all of it, now you're going to send them to page B, and this is where you fire the pixel. And so you're only sending the top quality data back to Meta or Google, whatever platform you're using, saying, hey, find me more people exactly like this. Without the application, you're sending everything back to the pixel, and this is where your lead quality is going to get watered down. So this leads me to, what did we change in our application where we improved it by 86.8%? And we're always testing different ways of asking questions in the application, monitoring where people drop off in the application process. And for this particular example, I wanted to test what would happen if we qualified based on income right off the bat and just eliminated everybody from the get-go who wasn't financially qualified. So this is what the original version, or the version we were split testing, looked like. We asked a revenue question first. Then we asked for name, email, phone. Then we had a short answer where they actually had to type out about their offer and their audience. And then we asked a question about if they had run an event before, yes or no. And that was it, right? But this revenue-based question, this was one of the criteria we were using to sort people to either one confirmation page or the other to fire the pixel. And also the event one, yeah, same thing. Based on the lead scoring and the lead routing, would it fire yes or no based on this question? Great. Okay. And then the offer and the audience, we wanted people to actually type some stuff in. If we got one-word answers, that was generally a low score, and that would go straight to the setter or get canceled. So this was option A in our split test. And we ran that. We were getting good quality leads, but we noticed a big drop off, obviously, because we're asking revenue up front. So what we changed here, and this is what got us the 86.8% improvement, is we altered the revenue question. We changed the wording, and then we also moved it later on. So the second version we tested was name, and then we got all the contact info. We still asked the offer question and the audience question, but then we added revenue at the back. And instead of asking, hey, what's your monthly revenue, we asked, where are you at? So it's so we have just starting out, made a few sales, scaling, and then it's, hey, I want to create a second stream. This still gives us an idea on where somebody's at. We can actually send everybody that's just starting out to the non-firing pixel page, just to make sure we're only sending back people running, businesses that are up and running and producing revenue. That's generally who we work with. So that way we're eliminating the non-qualified people from the list, but we're still getting the answer, but just in a very different way. The best way to think about it is, let's say you're on a date and you ask the person that you're on a date with, hey, well, how much do you make? That's going to turn them off right off the bat. They'll probably leave the date, get up and find somebody else. But let's say you're on the same date, but you ask all the typical questions first, you get to know each other, and then at the end, you're like, hey, by the way, how much do you make? You have a much higher likelihood of getting, number one, an answer, but number two, a real answer. And the same thing applies here with the option A that we tested, asking revenue up front. Somebody's going to lie about it anyway, and you're going to have turn off a lot of people. The second option we tested was we got all the basic info. We got information about their offer, and then we asked, hey, where are you at right now? And it's very obvious if somebody's just starting out, they probably have very little income. We're not going to fire the pixel for them. But the people who are already scaling, they're looking to open up a second stream, third stream of revenue and leads, well, those are the people we want to fire the pixel to. So as you're creating your applications, think about it as a date. You got to get to know them a whole lot better, but also be careful of the wording. You don't want to straight up ask, how much do you make every month? Find a soft way to ask it. You're probably going to get number one, more answers, but number two, better quality answers. And if you are that expert consultant service-based business and you are looking for help packaging up your offer in a more scalable, sellable way, you are looking to go from one-to-one selling to one-to-many, whether it's through events or other formats, click on the link right down below this video. This is what we do with our clients. We can take you behind the scenes, share our own SOPs, our frameworks, our strategies. We've had clients do 200K launches, all the way up to doing multiple millions of dollars in a single event. Click the link, book a call, and we'll get to know you and your business, and we'll see if we can help you. If not, we'll point you in the right direction. So click the link, book a call, and I'll see you on the next video.